Why, hello there. I watched Doctor No. Oh my god, I'm starting this off. I'm sorry, I'm just leading you right into this, aren't I? Well, I should introduce myself. I'm Nick, if you didn't know. We've been in this class for, like a year now, but like, whatever, if you don't know my name, that's really cool. That was an angry start. Oh, I should have martini or something with me. That looks so classy. Hello. Oh, hello. Hi. So I watched Doctor No on the weekend. It's a James Bond film, like 007. What do I have to say about it? Oh, I don't know. What do I have to say about it? I should probably know that before I go into this. It was from 1962, and that plays like a huge difference in just like the editing and like what they had to work with and just literally everything. I probably could have done a better job on like iMovie right now. It's like, let's be honest, that's how bad it was. But in terms of what they were working with, I'd say they did a pretty good job. It is a lot different than what we've been used to watching with action films. There's probably 3 fight scenes in it, and one of them was like hutch hop, and then he's down for the count, and that was your entire fight scene. And it was, I don't know, not as fulfilling, I guess you could say. So, I mean, ultimately, it was a good film. I mean, the storyline is James Bond-like. As always, they included his, James Bond-esque, because he was pretty badass, but whatever. A lot of the transitions were like kind of weird. They went from one scene, and then it was so hard to explain. I just didn't like them. Put it that way. I didn't like them. And actors, actors. Sean Connery. I don't know the rest of them. I swear there was more. Oh, they didn't even introduce the villain until like really late in the movie, which I kind of found disappointing. I feel like I've got a lot of negative things to say about this movie, although it's like a classic, and I probably should have good things to say about it, but I'm just overly judgmental. So transitions. Let's recap here. Transitions. Weird, and I didn't like them. Editing. Weird, and I didn't like it, but I mean, they couldn't really work with much, so, what else? Actors, I get, fine, good job with the actors, you really did it, yeah, spot on. What else? Well, I didn't like how he left the villain until the very end. I didn't like that very much. I like to know my villain. I like to get to know his quirks and stuff, before you kill him off or send him to jail. That'd be really nice. And I don't know, the wounds were just weird, and I don't know, I didn't realize a hot chop could end a fight. And it was like on his arm or something. I was really confused. What would I rate this movie? I'd probably rate it like a 6 or something. Because I mean, I didn't like it, but honestly, it's 1962. I probably didn't like most things from the 62s. Or the 60s. So yeah. 007, Doctor No, 1962, 6 out of 10. That's my rating. If you agree with me, give this video a thumbs up, and don't post your comments. I don't really care about your feedback.